Let's go.
Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure to hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, I am going to be covering Eric July / Rippersverse Detractors once again. And before I cover any of the nonsense I will be covering in this Eric July / Rippersverse Detractor video, I just want to let you guys know a few things. Thank you to every single person that has recently subscribed to the channel. That means a lot. We are getting closer and closer to our 1,000 subscriber channel mark, and I couldn't be any more happier and excited about that. Thank you so much for the recent support. You guys are amazing. Second thing is that I know you guys really enjoyed my recent Eric July / Rippersverse Detractor videos. Those will also still be continuing because Eric July / Rippersverse Detractors are completely idiots, you know? But that is not the main source of content that I produce here on this channel. I did a recent channel update video that you should check out where I lay out the kind of content that the channel is always going to end up covering, and that is mostly just, news and having discussion videos on basically the entertainment industry / pop culture, whatever terminology you actually like to use for that. So just want to make sure I put those things out there. And the other thing to mention, the third and final thing, is that I know about the Riley and, Jizz Salad or Mint Salad or whatever her name is. I know about that situation. Actually, what's kind of crazy is that Red Strider, shout out to him, we do the Iron Man podcast on Monday together. And, he got a chance to go out to Dallas to meet up, actually. He even did a video, on his channel. So I'll leave that linked in the description box below. And that's another video that you guys should go and actually check out, because he was there when this was all happening. And it's really crazy that a lot of people want to say what happened at the event while also not being there. You have people on YouTube that'll watch it and go, well, I know exactly what happened. But then someone like Red Strider, who was there at the event along with Vagabond, and they'll tell you exactly what happened, but they'll choose to believe their favorite YouTubers over the people that were actually there. It's actually mind-blowing, but Vagabond hasn't did any content surrounding this. He was only on the Rogues Gallery when it happened. So, shout out to Vagabond and shout out to Red Strider, who I have on my Iron Man podcast Mondays and, sometimes Fridays. I'll leave his video linked in the description box below. Great video explaining what happened, actually, from the perspective of he was the person that told Eric July that Riley was there. And I already did the Riley video. So this is the first Eric July Detractor video I want you guys to see, and then you will see the Riley video, and then you'll see any other, subsequent Eric July Detractor video after that covers like all the insane shit, that Dick Masterson has said, and various other people, because various people have gone completely off the deep end with defending somebody that willingly went to a meetup. First of all, they didn't even RSVP for it because you had to RSVP for the event and was not invited to, just to cause trouble. They drove 20 hours so that Riley could get arrested. Absolute nonsense if you're defending that. But in this video, I want to cover different things, actually. And then I already did the Riley video with a panel, so you guys are going to get a panel discussion on it too. So be on the lookout for that. But as you guys know, I like to cover, some indie comic book creators here, first part of the video. This is Gabe El-Taib. He did the colors for I Saw Him 1 and 2. He has his own new comic book that he did with Dean Cain, who was Superman in the TV series My Adventures with Clark and Lois, My Adventures with Superman. I forget the name of the show. Actually, fun fact, I've actually watched his version of Superman. I've seen every of the Superman show but his, well, the live action ones, and animated stuff and comic-wise, because obviously I'm a huge Superman fan, but I digress. He did a collaboration with Dean Cain, and this is Big Man Comics right here. He had another previous title already out, but I'll say that for a separate video later on. You have right here Dean Cain, All-American Lawman, Volume 1. Cover A, B, C are all sold out. You can still get cover E, which looks pretty good. And you can also still get the Gabe El Taib cover. No offense to this one. Cover E is kind of where it's at. He did say this is going to get reprinted, actually, so don't worry about that if you couldn't get the, run the first time around, but that the reprint will say it's a reprint, but you'll still have the book anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Obviously, you can get the shirts, and that's it. Honestly, pretty sure that's all he has here, which is good. I like when indie comic creators are doing their own thing and they just make it simple. All you care about is the book, and if you want to do a shirt, that's whatever, but all I care about is reading the book and getting the book. Go support Gabe El Taib. Took a picture with this guy at the Geeks and Gamers FNT Las Vegas 2024 meetup. Got a chance to talk to him. Awesome guy. Had a conversation video with him. Just a truly great guy, and can't wait to have him on again in the future. So I wanted to start this off with the Sasuke sisters. Actually, they followed me. It's because obviously I'm a Riz King, Master Riz King, Master Other King. Can't say that other word. But ladies love me. I can riz them up. But the Sausage Sisters had this tweet that I'm gonna also show in other various forms, not from them, but kind of want to highlight the Eric July people that are also defending him as well. I think I did that in my previous video very well, and I will continue to do that. So, if you put a tweet out there and you're defending Eric July from all these retarded idiots, don't worry. You might also be featured in one of these videos. But to start this off with a tweet from the Sasuke sisters, and I did get Yaira #1 in, and we will be doing a Yaira #1 open spoiler discussion come this Wednesday with me and Professor Savage Dad on the Iron Man podcast at around, I think, 9:30 PST, actually. They say, thank you to the best fans ever for picking up Yaira #1. Seeing your reviews come in and seeing you love Yaira as much as we love writing her is an incredible and humbling feeling. God bless y'all. Please keep the spoilers to the spoiler chat. We'll be able to hear all your thoughts and questions soon. We love you, Rippersverse community. Thank you for being here. We are grateful to each and every single one of you. You're the best fans ever, and it ain't even close. Hashtag Rippersverse, we will win. Yaira, thank you, fans. So, yeah, it's great to have these guys a part of the Rippersverse. They are awesome, and they look pretty fucking good, That's the thing is, they look good, and they're drawing a beautiful lady in Yaira. Of course, I don't know if that's the thing. If they ever wrote a book where Yaira and Isom get together and then, they have some light-skinned babies, sounds kind of cool. Wait, hold on, wait. Isn't Yaira like a humanoid alien woman? Whatever. Let's get off topic. Let's get back to these crazy detractors. Also shout out to Rippersverse Goalpost, who had a good amount of these that I'm going to have here. So that's just, for the rest of the video. Thank you, Rippersverse Goalpost, for providing this stuff. All right. The first one is nearly 200 Yaira statues sold within 24 hours. Frosty is going to move the goalpost soon. Frosty, this is what he said right here. He has the post down here, and it says, Eric still hasn't sold all 2,000 of the $30 Alpha Core art books, but he thinks he's going to move 500 $500 statues. I don't know how this correlates to each other. Okay, so first of all, when anyone does anything business-wise, some things are just not going to sell as well as other things. That just kind of goes without saying in any business possible. You could use this for food, you could use this for books, you could use this for movies, television, crayons, pencils, microphones, anything. Anything. For someone like me, I'm not particularly interested in art books, actually. It's just not my thing. But hey, I might be interested in a statue. I legitimately don't know how these two things correlate to each other. This is beyond stupid. Hey, this guy didn't sell this either, but he's trying to sell this. Yeah, it's called a business. Like, what the fuck? Like, jeez, already starting it off, and this is already peak retardation right there. I don't know why I do this sometimes. These people just give me AIDS. Oh, Andy Signor, a big fat piece of shit. Andy Signor might be one of the worst YouTubers of all time. If I did a top 10 worst YouTubers list, Andy Signor would be on the top. Rippersverse Goalpost says, Eric July and Rippersverse fans Eric July and Ripperverse give fans what they want. No doubt there will be eventually be statues of Isom and other characters one step at a time. I can't view Andy's tweet because I blocked him because there's the history there. I don't want to go into it. He's just a piece of shit. He's the fucking slimiest, fat, ugliest YouTuber I've ever had the displeasure of befriending at a certain point. He says, "Why would he make too expensive statues of Yaira?" Because he sounds like a fucking gremlin from Lord of the Rings or some shit. Why would he make too expensive statues of Yaira, a character who isn't even out yet, and not one of fucking Isom? I don't even know why he would think this is some sort of own. Because, newsflash, Andy, a lot of people like women. I don't know if you do, because you're pretty fucking ugly. But a lot of people like women. A lot of people like seeing attractive women. What do you think is going to sell better, Yaira or Isom? Fun fact, Eric said that Yaira's poster outsold Isom's in the first campaign. Seems like people want to see more merch of her. It's not a competition, you know? Like, oh yeah, it's just people like this are just so beyond stupid. Like, I don't even know how to commentate on that. It's like, what? Like, fuck. And then let's just say he did flip it. Let's just say that. Let's say he did get the Isom statue greenlit before the Yaira one. He'd fucking bitch about that because that's all this fat idiot knows how to do is complain. He barely understands movies. So I'm glad the Johnny Depp and Britney Spears thing worked out for him because he sure couldn't talk about movies. He was getting carried by Dan Murrell and Screen Junkies ages ago when I was watching this guy. The whole Me Too stuff is different with him, but his opinions on anything pop culture related is so fucking bad. Deviled-Eyed Elvis said Eric could build a homeless shelter and they bitch about it. Yeah, that's true. LG says he of all people should not be talking, right? John Douglas said, because the fans asked for merch with Yaira. I feel like that's self-evident. Renon00, shouts to him. PVC statues aren't expensive. Andy is retarded. Well, I got told you that for free. Mr. Toxicity says, Andy needs to worry about not sexually harassing women. Oh, you guys don't know anything, do you? You guys thought he was reformed after his thing? Nah. I know a little too much. Let's just say that. Another Rippersverse goalpost tweet right here. It's funny that detractors believe Eric July somehow controls YouTubers such as Yellow Flash, Melody Mac, and The Quartering. Eric July is the puppet master. Big content creators obeys every instruction. Eric meticulously plots against all who dare oppose him. He's being facetious about these, joking, because you have people out there that like these fucking idiots who legitimately think that Eric controls like how they feel and what their stances are on situations, even though given most of them, any sane person would look at what's going on and go, damn, yeah, those detractors are retarded, actually. And then you had another one from Frosty, good old Frosty here, always being retarded. Says, none of those people, nor anyone in FNT have said anything mildly critical of Eric's comics. We don't know that, except it's not live. They could have quite possibly did it behind the scenes. But I know a lot of people like the sports of it all, the WWE motion on the internet where you got to go back and forth with people consistently. No, some people just do things differently. And if they had any critiques for Eric, they probably just did them privately. As people have said, Isom #2 was a step up to #1. I don't know about that for me personally. They're about the same in my opinion. I think I actually personally liked one more than two, but that's just my own personal preference, honestly. So maybe they did criticize him. First of all, how would you know that? Just because they didn't do it on a live stream doesn't mean that they didn't do it anywhere else. Like that's like fucking the dumbest thing I've ever read. That's so beyond stupid. Oh my goodness. Yeah, just posts like these are just so beyond stupid. All right, next one from Captain Bizarre. How much Ripperverse is funded by investors in debt? Eric said this when the company began. There's no investors. He is the sole owner. This is said in the very first video of the Ripperverse channel ever. This was in the first intro video when he's talking about the code of ethics and all that stuff. This was literally the very first thing he said. There's no investors. It's just him. It's basically a fan-driven thing. The fans kind of fund and support it. It's really all it is. Many companies run for years without profit. Not really years. It's mostly, okay, how would I explain this to idiots like this? It's mostly like in the first year, you don't really see profit given what you're doing because of all the other costs of running a business. That's the general line of thinking when it comes to this stuff, okay? It's not like every business that has ever ran doesn't make a profit in the first year. It's just that some, given whatever field they're in, can't make a profit year one because of a lot of other things going on. There's so much there I could explain, but there's no need to do that right now. Average people already know these things. Then they go bankrupt. Well, not true. So by that logic, then every company that we've ever given money to probably should have been bankrupt by that logic, which is stupid. Con men can only bring in more money for a limited time. No, this is what he really meant. All this other dog shit right here about bankrupt and both, none of that mattered. None of that mattered at all. He just wanted to call Eric a con man. Like, that's what I put right here. You people just make up random shit every day at this point, don't you? Like, just every day, something will just be made up randomly. They just made up. There's a day where nothing's happening. Random person. He must have investors in this company. And even if he did, why is that a bad thing? But whatever. Then you have people, oh my God, Rippersverse has a PayPal paying for. How's that a bad thing? Like you have to ask some of these people, like, are these legitimately bad things? Or you just don't like Eric as a person, and that's your own personal fucking business at the end of the day. Bruce says, literally zero investors, and that was made clear from the outset. None of this is even close to true, says Big Text B007. Marlee Redclaw, he's making comics, not F-35s. Gosh. Oh, Lord. Okay. This is one that's 2 minutes long from Actual Fandom. Oh my God. Oh Lord, don't do this to me. God, Actual Fandom. I don't even want to go down that road, actually. And you have Eric Debunks, just two utter disgusting fucking losers coping and seething at a black man being successful, or just another man being successful. Because I know people say, I know the detractors always like, you bring in racists. All right, successful man being successful. Because that's kind of all they do. All right, let's go over this dog shit. Should I make this bigger? My wife said that last night. All right, I'll just watch it right like this.
I don't know, but they're trying to say.
What the heck? Hold on. My headset wasn't on. No, my headset was on. All right, hold on. Let's do it like this. I think this should work.
I don't know, but they're trying to say that you should buy Yaira because of Amazing Fantasy 15 being worth a lot of money and Wonder Woman being worth a lot of money.
Bro, guys.
Who said that? No one's saying that. Oh my God. Maybe I should have not turned on my headset and just talked through my freaking HyperX Quadcast, because that was just number ones always sell the best because they're generally the first appearances of certain of just characters in general. I mean, generally are the driving force of building off something to come later on. I mean, you'll have other books and comics where a first appearance is not exactly number one, but you guys get the point of what I'm saying there. And that's the thing is, Yaira number ones will be worth more than Yaira's 2s and 3s. I'm not saying the books will be bad, but that's just how it's going to go because that's what number ones do.
The Soska sisters know what Amazing Fantasy 15 is. Eric didn't.
Nope.
Eric knew what it was. Organized Chaos just didn't understand that Eric knew that. There's times he's mentioned it on his channel. If you guys don't know, Amazing Fantasy is the first appearance with Spider-Man. You know, he does that pose where he's up in the air like that. That's what he's referencing.
He didn't.
We're suffering Steve Ditko.
Like, this is so
How can you not know that Spider-Man first appeared in 1962's classic Amazing Fantasy number 50?
Anyway, you know, and it's exciting. I'm sure Eric is very excited, obviously, to partner with McFarlane Toys. Look, just getting a toy made by McFarlane Toys is cool enough, dude. Like, you could have just gone with that. You know,
he did. You're the one complaining about it.
You know, you could have been like, but he can't present himself as just like your average pedestrian doing something that anybody can do. But he is doing something that pretty much anybody with the money can do it, right?
I don't see how that's a bad thing. Like, oh my God, someone with money does something. Fucking stop the world. My God. What a genius! Dane from actual fandom says people with money can do stuff. You don't say.
Mhm.
And you're not going to see, you're not going to see. And look, if I'm end up being wrong, I'll be wrong. But you're not going to end up seeing him on, his picture on the cover or on the front page of the McFarlane website or any.
I don't know why that matters at all. Why does that matter at all? Actually, it may make more sense not to have it on the front page because McFarlane Toys is notable for doing page punchers, lines of DC characters. They're going to do Marvel stuff, YuGiOh. They have a ton of stuff. They have a new Transformer line that I need to get one of the page punchers for. It looked really, really good. So, yeah, just saying, Optimus Prime and Batman and whoever is going to always sell more than Yaira because it's Optimus Prime and Batman. I'm pretty sure those should be the flagships of your website if you have collaborations with the companies that own those IPs.
Announcements and stuff. Like maybe they might do some announcement or something at some point. That might be something
It's up to Eric to do the announcement. They did the announcement on their channel, you dumb fuck.
they do. Like a really, social media thing. But
that's how things are. You go on social media, it's like the newsstand. You go on there and you promote your shit.
I wouldn't expect it to go any further than that. And it's just, but he doesn't care. And it's like he does this kind of stuff because
if he doesn't care, then why is he still here putting out more comic books? You do know that Gooding, his next book comes out I think it said next month or the month after that. I don't freaking know, but it won't matter. If he didn't care, then why did he make the comic book company, you dipshit?
He knows that his audience, the people that the pay pigs, they're going to fall for it.
Oh, man, such an insult. Such an insult. Man, those people with money, you suck. Hey, a person with money, because I don't have any, because I'm broke, and I'm Dane, and I make only $70 on Patreon, where I can barely ship an omnibus to one of my fans. I don't know how you're a fan of this fucking idiot, but whatever, right? Yeah, you pay pigs out there? Yeah, you suck. Like, fucking communist bullshit, this guy. My God, you have money. Oh, how dare I?
They're going to just eat it up. I've already seen them doing it. And there
have been people that have been critical of Eric's products and books. He just chooses to know those things because he's not smart.
So one of the other tactics that they use is whenever what was it? Rippersverse, ISOM #1 had been out for just a little while.
Mhm.
Eric was posting this image of top 10 hottest books or whatever. And it was just 10 comic books with no source or anything. There was nothing, no information, actual information. It was just pictures of popular comic books. And it was Spawn #1 and fucking.
Oh God, that if I even bother explaining all that to you guys, we'd be here for another 3 hours. There's just no way. All of that right there was from another video. Eric was doing something on it. It has nothing related to this McFarlane thing. I good Lord. Whoo! My God. Whatever. There's only so much retardation I can take in one dose of these people's fucking arguments. Immortal Liberty shit poster, what a great name, says, still waiting on my signed and graded copy, but my readable one arrived. Amazing cover art. Now to see what's inside. And then after that, down here, I think it was in this post right here. Yeah, Dave Merck, who gets on his knees for every Comicsgate guy out there, says, this won't last long. Once all the hype is gone and all the crazy stop supporting him, it will just disappear. Well, we're 2022, 2023, and we're about to be almost 3 years with this company. Yeah. I mean, at some point, the sales will just be what they are. It's like every company, or they could go up at some points, they could go down. But these aren't just mutually exclusive toward Eric's company, right? There's going to be people that'll get in, not like it, get out. They might get back in when there's a character and title they hear good things about, and they might buy again. I just, what level of logic do these people work with? I don't even know if they even live life anymore. I'm being honest here. Do half these motherfuckers even live or have ever seen something play out? This won't last long. Okay, that's a prediction, whatever. Once all the hype is gone. I mean, the hype was mostly all in ISOM #1. It's why it made the most money. It's, now you have people that are basically staying throughout the campaign. Each one that's hit $1 million plus. Actually, ISOM 2 was $2 million plus. It will just disappear. Yeah, I don't think that's happening anytime soon, buddy. Bruce says, the entire time that people have regurgitated that asinine statement, Ethan Van Fuckface has not launched and fulfilled a single campaign in that window. He's great at defending degenerates who neglect children, though while spurging over Eric making comics. Sure, buddy, whatever copium you have to huff to help you through the day. Oh, God. Oh, God. Dave, no one has to be this upset over a comic book company, says Knight Ronin. He said, who said I was upset? Just seeing the writing on the wall. So your prediction is that he will fail and close shop. It's a possibility. I think that is true for any business, right? Yes, but not by his fans. They think he's the best thing since sliced bread. That's not true. Oh, and this is the thing, is if they genuinely think he's good, what would be the issue with that? It can fail. There have been so many comics over the years that were good, but still failed. This is, good Lord. I don't even know how to even react to people's arguments like that. Yes, things come and go. Yes, things fail. Congratulations for saying what we already know. Another 2-minute clip. Okay, this is a long one, so let's just go over it right now. The whole point of ISOM 1 was to introduce Yaira and Alpha Core. The whole point of ISOM 2 was to introduce Gooding and Bloodruth. Wrong. ISOM has his own story. Eric July decided to tell the story of other characters as the ill-advised arc plays out, increasing fan interest. Let's see what these weirdos have to say. I never watched this podcast, and I really don't plan on to. I've seen enough. Let's just say that.
I had that backstory. I built all that out, and how we get there is going to be very, very important. I know you guys have talked about pondering on Yaira 2, Yaira 3, Yaira 4, and you guys would love to continue to write her. And
Eric, when does this story begin? You've
Story began on ISOM 1.
2 issues in, and so far I haven't detected any story in ISOM.
Then you didn't read the book.
Except for, I'm going to have this guy run around and do meaningless bullshit so that I can introduce other
Meaningless. All right, okay.
characters I want to make into comic books. That's all it's been.
I thought it was a death blow.
That's all it's been. Like the whole point of ISOM 1 was to introduce Yaira and Alpha Core.
Yes. And it actually wasn't the whole point of the book, because they only appeared in it for like the first 2-3 pages of the book, actually. The rest of it was about his relationship with his sister, his niece, the whole Jasmine angle, the shit with Darian Fontano. What?
Whole point of ISOM 2 was to introduce fucking Gooding and Bloodruth.
Well, no, the whole point of ISOM 2 was to understand what the hell was up with those demon monkeys that attacked them, actually, and what is going on with what they were doing there and why they attacked them. Well, you'd know that if you read the book, which I don't think a lot of you guys have, because you just say completely inaccurate things.
It just seems like it's a bunch of singular events that don't lead into anything.
Yeah.
That's how original comics were. If you go back, you could somehow see what Marvel and DC did when they weren't even really, I mean, Marvel wasn't even called Marvel when it first started, or DC for that matter. None of those comics led to anything. They were just books that came out and you had the villain of the week. That was it.
Okay, what happens in ISOM 1? He gets a call from his sister saying, hey, this girl's gone missing. We need help. We need your help finding her. He goes, literally goes to where she's at.
That's not even how that even played out initially. He went to talk to Darian Fontano, who had information on her. He didn't give it to her, bounced her, threw him out. Like, why am I explaining this stuff?
First thing, and talks to an old friend that's now like a crime boss. Then he fights Yaira after getting thrown out of the club. And then he goes to a hospital. And then he goes back to the club.
He was dropped from the sky down to a car. Yeah. He recovered.
Finds the girl. She says, leave me alone. I don't want to talk to any of you motherfuckers.
Yeah, because the crime boss Darian Fontano might actually kill her. Well, I don't know if people know about how crime bosses work, actually.
And then he fights them again and leaves and gets his suit. Like that's not a story. That's just a list of things that happens.
It really is. It's just random, not random events, but it's just like, I'm going to go to this place and then go to this place. It's not really leading anywhere, but I'm going to go to this place.
Well, it's a starting point. It's building on the character, which is what stories do. That itself is a story. It's building on the characters, you know? Like, the overarching narrative is, hey, at the end of the day, I get my suit, and I could finally go and see what happened with Jasmine. That's it. But to be fair, as people know, I haven't read ISOM 1 in a little bit. I go and check out my ISOM number 1 review. It's on my comics and manga channel, actually. Overall, ISOM number 1 was fun and enjoyable, you know, and there's obviously some issues here and there. I highlight those in my review as well. And I did these first reviews with green-haired anti-liberal vagabond and Professor Savage Dad. Oh Lord.
I will give him this. In ISOM 1, he literally introduces Alpha Core and Yaira in the same scene. And in
that happens with media constantly.
ISOM 2, he figured out, oh, maybe I should introduce Gooding at this scene, and then I'll wait 2 seconds.
Gooding was there to be introduced as the tech guy to give him the healing medicine to heal him from the wound of what the demon monkeys were. Like, you have to introduce characters at a certain point that play out in a pivotal way. That way you can lead them to do something later on in the story.
Scenes to introduce Bloodruth.
Yes, he needed to get to Bloodruth because she can get him access to where his friend was that was attacked, that the demon monkeys had taken. Why am I explaining this? This is stuff that you would know if you've read the books. Oh Lord, these people again. Fuck me. Who's gonna give a precious space for Yaira on their shelf? Oh yeah. Why I just only would wonder why 2 grown idiots would care about what someone else does with their shelf. Like, I'm pretty sure they fucking masturbate on their fucking shelves. I don't know what the fuck they do. Them shelves are probably sticky as fuck.
I don't know. Let's see.
And who's going to give up precious space for Yaira on their shelf? Think about
Anybody that buys the statues, you complete retard.
this.
Right.
You're a statue collector. Who are you taking down to put Yaira up?
Why would it matter to you in general? What? Why would it matter to you in general? What are you, the shelf police?
You know what I mean? Who's
The guy with different colored beards every fucking video wants to tell me what I'm gonna do with my shelves in my private life. Gun to head. They're doing crack. They are doing crack.
They're doing crack! They're doing crack!
Wow.
who's coming off the shelf?
So is this what he did right here? I think this might be what he did.
I can only take so much retardation. Motherfucker cares about what people put on their shelves. Bro, these people are not serious. All right, so this was a tweet. So Vonster went all off on this Yaira panel, completely out of context, because I know this guy is not obviously going over this book in good faith at all. Night Ronin tweeted this. He said, ha ha ha, no spoilers yet. I'll just say, no girl boss detected. Hashtag still big mad. Hashtag Yaira. So this was Vonster's, I guess, reaction to someone else's video he was e-fapping. I don't know. And this is Vonster, Mr. Ball Licker himself, with comics nobody reads nor cares about.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're losing customers.
Let's see if, no, Vonster, you have nothing. This guy literally, I shit you guys not, spurgs out every day about Eric. Something else. This guy is mentally deranged, actually. He was like, you had me on your channel, but buddy, you are not special. I have a lot of people on my channel. I just promote smaller content creators or just content creators in general. I promote like indie artists, writers, comic book creators. You're nothing special.
Customers with this shit. Why did you make a girl power book made by feminists in your non-woke company? Exactly. Why would you do that? Why would you do something like
I seriously doubt this book is any of that.
that?
I haven't read it. He could be right. I haven't read it yet, and I really doubt this lying piece of shit even knows what that even is. He's probably just regurgitating shit he's heard from someone else. He doesn't think for himself. He's a fucking worthless NPC.
It's I've never heard of anything like this. It's so fascinating to me. I think Ripperverse is fascinating. I think it's
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you tweet about it every day. You quite literally tweet about it every fucking day, don't you?
hilarious. I think it's bizarre, but there's a dark side to it. There's a lot of creepy trolls that are obsessed with lying for it. There's a lot of
No, people just kind of point out you're wrong and call it your bullshit, and then you just start spurging out even more. You just cope and seethe and spurg out every day. It's nonsense. But, you know, I'll be here to call all that shit out because that's what I do.
creepy trolls that are obsessed with trying to attack people over it. And there's a lot of dishonest.
This is just not true. I wish I could explain it to you guys, but we'd be here another 2 hours, and obviously you guys don't want to hear me talk about that stuff.
From the main owner, Eric July, about it, from lying about when it's released. Eric July is basically...
He didn't lie when Yaira was going to be released. He said Yaira winter, and Yaira's campaign began before winter ended. Still in winter, whether it's close to its ending or beginning. And he said the book would start shipping out in, I think, what was it, end of May or whatever month and day he announced it was going to start shipping out. How's that a lie? It happened. I actually have it over here. It actually came on time, but I just haven't did a comic book haul video yet to show you guys.
Become this guy. You know that kid in your neighborhood who was an idiot and like fucking falls off his bike and eats shit face first in the pavement?
Yeah, that was you.
And then dusts off and he's like, I meant to do that.
Yeah, all that's you. I think you're projecting there, buddy.
Like, that's Eric July. I meant to do this. Oh, we planned it this way. It's all about appearances over just being fucking honest. And I'm telling you, it's more valuable and good for your company to be honest with your customers.
Actually, the person you claim that's dishonest, like Eric said that they should work on their customer service relations, actually. He said that, I think, oh my God. When he made that big revelation that he wasn't going to go back with people like you anymore, he said, hey, we could do better in this department. So, yeah, he has acknowledged when he's did wrong. I've said he's did wrong, too. I think it's kind of stupid. The first campaigns he released, like, he unveiled, like, the mask cover at some points. There are many things I've disagreed with him about, but to say that he's not doing any of that stuff it's just nonsense.
Than it is to cover everything. Everything's a fucking Watergate cover-up. Everything's this big dramatic, like, no, we planned it that way. No, you didn't, dude.
And the thing is, how would you know that? How would you know any of this stuff? You don't even work for him. How would you know this stuff? You're just hearing the stuff from other people and you're just saying what they're saying. You don't even know that.
Dude, relax. It's good that you redrew the book to make it higher quality. Fans would appreciate it. No. Deborah just drew it that way one day with the elevation of fucking Kanan White. You mean the elevation?
Oh, he's talking about this whole redrawn shit. I'll be honest here. All this redrawn comic bullshit, him and fucking that other dude is going off of. Who cares? When you read a book, okay, here's Ultimate Invasion trade paperback, okay? Let's just say this cover was redrawn. I don't give a fuck personally. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about that redrawn. Who cares, man? Most people ain't giving a fuck about that shit.
You mean Joe Bennett fucking redrew it, right?
Who cares if he did? Who cares? It doesn't matter.
No. We released it winter just like we promised.
They did.
Didn't do nothing. You delayed the book though because you had to redraw it. No.
How did? Fuck, this guy is dumb. This guy is so fucking dumb. The most bad faith guy. Shout out to Hero Darky Dark. The most bad faith guy talks about being bad faith while giving no evidence to back it up. Right? Transformers fan. He doesn't know anything about anti-heroes. He gave such a bizarre response about Punisher. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, this guy is such a tourist. I'm willing to bet half of these guys that criticize Eric in comics or whatever are just tourists. They've never really read one besides Hit. I'll be honest here. Eric's comic was the first one a lot of people read, and they thought it's the worst thing ever. Already telling you they've never been into this medium in general. They're fucking lying, fake pieces of shit. I can almost guarantee this guy's never read a comic ever. I think he told me that he has been growing with comics throughout his whole life on our one-on-one. I don't believe it. Slander SNZ says, people really thought Eric July wanted to make a one-off comic book so he could tick a box, and they say he did. They were not ready for what he was actually out trying to build, and that's why they don't understand any of the moves he's making. Yeah, that's true. This is all just facts from Slander. Why does he have a warehouse? Why does he have a full-time staff? Why is he making animated trailers? Why is he partnered with McFarlane Toys? Yeah, it's all these why, when it's like he's just building the company and making it a whole lot bigger and better. B.A. Turner, you know, I've had him on the shows. We follow each other. His takes are just fucking awful. His takes are completely garbage. Ugh, Lord. He says, no, we actually find and promote things we like. Congratulations. Rippersverse/July directly impacts our community and its reader base. No, it does not. Eric being successful has no bearing on you at all. You know that. He knows these things. He just says them because he's trying to gather the side that hates Eric to like his stuff and whatever, I guess. Cloud Chaser's gonna cloud chase, I guess. Nothing wrong with calling out its negative influence and the poor sentiment it provides. Fucking. Complaint tubers are not part of Hollywood, nor do they understand it. Plus, they can't do anything better. There is a balance of criticizing, promoting, and actually creating art. So then I asked him, buddy, are you smoking crack? Just outraged him. And then I think I seriously asked him in this thread somewhere, dude, okay, is creating podcast like valuable? Because I know he criticizes FNT. Is creating podcast worth it, BA? That's something their audience likes. And their audience likes to hear them talk about Hollywood. That's not complaining. That's just talking about the media you've consumed. Not a Fed says, for the record, I also celebrated when Nick Rekieta getting arrested after I read the charges and saw the warrant, because you gotta be special kind of psychopath not to be happy when kids get rescued from all that shit. I failed to see the issue here. Okay, so here's how this went. So basically, there was leaked DMs of a Yellow Flash Nick Rekieta group conversation. And then at this moment in time, this is when I made this tweet. I say, how does Dick even know they're talking about Nick? These people are beyond self-absorbed. What I meant by this was saying a lot of people are just so in love with themselves that they think everything is about them. Anything and everything. Even when they think the words you're saying involve them. It's like, it's obviously another way of just being hugely narcissistic. That's just what I was mostly bringing up. They think everything is about them, even when they have no proof of it. And I'll show you right here. Okay, so Yellow Flash, because people were saying that, oh, well, Eric's lied to Nick Rekieta because he said the stars aligned. And then Yellow Flash pointed out right here, he says, when I went through the leaked Flashcast DMs, people could see some of the DMs at the top, which I figured was harmless, but I forgot Eric July haters are insane. We were talking about my comic, not Nick. So he points it out right here. Okay, so in this thread right here, you see, okay, so I think it was this one or another one, actually. So it said, so Eric had pointed out that sometimes the stars just align like that. And Dick Masterson, because he's a troll and an idiot, he thought they were talking about Nick. Okay, so right here, this is what was really said. The book, and Eric was complimenting Flash. The book is good and patriotic. With all the Trump stuff going on, it will help, in my opinion, but it wasn't planned that way. Oh, so sorry. I correct myself. This is what Yellow Flash was saying to Eric. Eric would be the blue one right here. I'm sorry about that. So then this is what Eric says. Sometimes the stars just align like that. So Dick Masterson pointed out that this was about Nick, and then Yellow Flash cleared it up saying they were just talking about the book. That's it. Bruce says, anyone defending that piece of shit, Dick Masterson, at this point, is just as pathetic as he is. He will make up the most random lies and BS just to make Eric look bad, no matter how big of a lie it is. Pete says, did you ever figure out who leaked them? I think it was Nina or Nick Rekieta, actually. My opinion, actually. Okay, so yeah, this is just the same thing, and oh Lord, Jay. All right, so here are the other last two. First one is from this crazy guy. Here's the tweet right here. I think I have it, or no, this is a different one. That's the actual group chat right there. Sorry about that. This is the last one. This guy says, the Iron Age is dead. It was hijacked by immoral grifters like Eric July and Nerdrotic. No, and Johnny Douglas says, no one asked or invited you. Like, okay, this sentiment is stupid. The fact that people even use this as a sentiment saying, oh, Eric July ruined this and Eric July ruined that. No. You're just a failure. You're not good. Your comic, indie novel, whatever you're making probably sucks. No one bought it. Probably wasn't something that people even wanted from you because you're not good at it. And that's why it failed, you know? Eric's stuff was successful because he had a huge audience that was willing to buy into it, and he had already spent years building up the audience. to make something successful, a lot of these guys just don't understand this. You have to just build a presence first. People just don't throw money at things like that in a lot of cases, and other cases they do or don't. It really just depends, obviously. But Eric and Nerdrotic did not destroy the Iron Age, actually. Nerdrotic doesn't even write books. Like, this is just beyond stupid. Like, whoever wrote that is retarded, actually. Whoever wrote that is just an idiot. Because of number 2, because ISOM 1 didn't fail like a lot of crowdfunded comic creators. They feel Eric's success is fraudulent because they, or a creator they like, didn't make it out of the Iron Age hood. Sour grapes. It's true. It's true. Oh my god. He says, I'll answer that when you can answer why he decided to dress like, oh my god. I just told him to get off the crack pipe. It's just an idiot. This is just cope and bullshit from people that basically they like someone more, they think they deserve it more, so they should have that success. And the person that they don't like, they don't think is as good, got the success, and that makes them angry. So yeah, just wanted to make sure that I cover all of these crazy Rippersverse detractors, actual just insane people. But I have the Riley Mansella Eric John Detractor video coming out. I already did it. I just gotta edit it and render it and put it off for you guys. But thank you for checking out this video. You guys are awesome. If you are a returning viewer or new viewer, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, comment down below, and hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, and I'm signing out, guys.